few years ago, I started running using the Couch to 5K program, and I was really surprised to find out that I actually enjoy it. I've loved getting to participate in 5K races, and running has increased my self-confidence a whole lot. Unfortunately, I've found that if I skip a week, I start to lose the running ability that I've worked up, and then I start to fall behind, and I need a bit of a push to stay motivated, especially when it gets too icy to run outside, and then I end up on my treadmill just kind of staring at this blank wall. So in the spirit of the new year, and as part of Kin's New Year, New You collaboration, I'm going to show you guys how I made this running motivation board to display my running bibs and race medals over my treadmill. And after you watch my video, make sure that you check out the rest of the videos. 30 different channels are participating in this collaboration, and a new video will go live every day until February 3rd. Also, feel free to customize this project to fit your own style and motivation needs. You don't need to be a runner to benefit from a motivation board like this. Here's how I made mine, starting with a plain old cork board and a frame. Since decorative bulletin boards can be really expensive, I decided to buy a plain blank one and decorate it myself using scrapbooking paper and Mod Podge. I chose to go with a road map theme since I run on the road and I sometimes travel for races. You can choose any colors or patterns you'd like to customize this project for yourself or make one like mine. I'll also be using this heart-shaped paper punch, but you can choose any shape you want. I intentionally designed this project to be simple to inspire and encourage you guys to dream up how you want to decorate your own. Try searching on sites like Pinterest if you need more inspiration. Your options are endless. Start by punching out lots of shapes from the edges of your decorative paper or maps. To save paper, I flipped my heart punch over to the back side and opened up the door so I can see where I'm punching. That way my shapes can be punched out close together without overlapping by accident. Once you've punched all the way around the edges, cut off the parts that you've already punched into, that way your punch can reach into the middle of the page. I decided to make a border around the flat part of my frame, but feel free to arrange your paper shapes any way you want. Place them where you want them, along the first side of the frame, and make sure to space them out evenly before you start gluing them down. Using a foam brush, paint a tiny bit of Mod Podge or glue onto the back of the first paper shape and press it down onto the frame. You may have to hold it down for a few seconds while it dries and mop up any excess Mod Podge with a paper towel. Do this for each of the paper shapes one at a time, then continue onto the next side of the frame until your design is secured on all 4 sides. This can take a really long time, especially if the shapes you punched out are really small like mine are, but I think it turns out looking really cool and I think it's definitely worth it. Next, brush a thin layer of Mod Podge over the top of your design to seal it in. This dries clear, so you won't really be able to see it on the frame itself once it's dry. I also wanted to hang race medals from this board, and they're kind of heavy, so I bought these hooks at a hardware store. Measure and mark where you want to place your hooks, which could also hold necklaces or conference badges, and then carefully screw the hooks into the frame where you marked it, stopping when the opening is facing up. You can even use a pair of pliers to help if you need to. Just to add some detail, I wanted to decorate these push pins that I'd be using to hang things on the board. Punch a bunch of holes the size of the top of each push pin in a map or other piece of decorative paper. Then secure them to the pins with Mod Podge. Stick them into the cork board so they can dry, and then brush a layer of Mod Podge on top to seal them. Next, arrange race bibs, photos, ribbons, or other mementos on the cork board until you're happy with the layout, and use the push pins to secure everything. Like I mentioned earlier, you can use this to motivate yourself to do anything you'd like, not just running, whether it's practicing drawing, doing yoga, improving your grades in school, or even just staying organized. You can hang this up on your wall using the attached hardware or command strips if you can't drill holes, and then you'll have a nice reminder of your New Year's resolutions that you can update throughout the year. I definitely hope to earn more of these race medals, so I have a few extra hooks ready for those. One cool thing about using a cork board to display this stuff is that it's temporary. You can always change the photos, add more race bibs and medals, or you could totally redo the whole thing to reflect your resolutions when next year comes around. In the comments below, tell me about your New Year's resolutions, and let me know how you would customize a board like this to help you stay motivated this year. Personally, I'm hoping to train enough that I can run my first 10K this fall. And don't forget to watch the rest of Kin's New Year, New You playlist to see all kinds of great videos to help you have a healthy and happy New Year. 30 channels, including mine, are participating, and they are all so inspiring to me. Thanks for watching, Happy New Year, and I will see you soon.